extremely difficult. There are profound historical reasons for this. First of all, that the Serbs, as they were invading, pushed the Albanians or Illyrians as they were up and out of their traditional homes up into the highlands and the mountains. That was the beginning of the bad blood.
Well, I think when you read the media, you get the impression that the Kosovo issue is quite recent. As a historian, let me stress that the Kosovo crisis goes along with the creation of Yugoslavia after the First World War, or was originally the kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes. In any Yugoslavia, whether it was the first Yugoslavia between the First and Second World War, or the Yugoslavia that Tito created, or the third Yugoslavia that emerged under Milosevic, or the Yugoslavias that emerged even after Milosevic, there was always a Kosovo question. So Kosovo has deep historic roots, and I would certainly stress that for Albanian people living in Kosovo, Yugoslavia was never a solution to any of their problems. For the most part, Albanians suffered in a contemporary sense and in a historic sense in Yugoslavia. And what we're seeing now in the present day sense is finally what we hope is a solution to this long-term, now century-old dilemma of Albanians living in Kosovo under essentially a type of occupation.
During the rise of nationalism in the Balkans in the 19th century, Albanians' very existence was put in danger. The revival of a greater Serbia, a modern resurrection of the medieval Serb Empire, refueled ethnic tensions. The pressure from the great powers and Russia assisted the Serbs in breaking away and gaining independence from the Ottoman Empire. On the other hand, the presence and the rights of Albanians in Kosovo were ignored. This was clearly manifested at the Treaty of London and the Conference of Bucharest in 1913, held soon after the defeat of the Turkish army during the First Balkan War. In these two major international conferences, the great powers recognized the Serbian occupation of Kosovo. The perception of Albanians as Turks played an important role in this decision. Although Albanians had adopted the religion of their conquerors, they preserved their own distinct language and culture, two major marks of their identity.
As a specialist on Albania and Kosovo, and more generally Albanians, I tend to view Albanians as a secular people, in the sense that Albanians have their religion. The thing that intrigues me most about people's knowledge of Albanians is that they do tend to view them as a Muslim people. And this is a mistake, largely to me, because it neglects the tremendous religious diversity that exists in Albanian lands. I point to Albania as a great example, not just of the presence of Islam, but the presence of Catholicism and, of course, Albanian Orthodoxy. Albania has always established itself as a country that showed tremendous religious tolerance. And one thing, if you know Albanian history well, you know that Albanians are not unified by religion. The idea of Albania as being a Muslim country is used often against them in regrettable ways by some countries in the region to paint them with one single brush, but the Islamic identification has also worked in their favor on occasion. So it goes both ways, but in general, when I think of Albanians, I think of a secular people with a Muslim majority, with a Catholic population, with a Protestant population now, with an Orthodox population. So I view it as a religiously diverse part of the Balkans.